Hi, it's Tom Wells for Federal Student Loan Forgiveness. Today I want you to be aware of the dangers associated with these three types of student loan debt forgiveness programs. Student loan debt forgiveness is a solution that almost every borrower seeks at some time following graduation. Easy solutions are sought, and while these may prove fruitful, many are fraught with perils and bring unintended consequences as well. The main problem is the way the information is disseminated. Not all student loan forgiveness programs are bad. In fact, there are many smart ways to obtain this help. But the terms and conditions associated with them have to be followed correctly, or the consequences can be quite dire. Public student loan forgiveness program dangers. There are two main types of student loan debt forgiveness programs under this umbrella, and they are the public student loan forgiveness and teacher student loan forgiveness offerings. They each have very stringent requirements, and this brings about the danger that has been previously mentioned. For the former, if payments have been made for 10 years and the applicant is working at a qualified public service organization and is using a qualified repayment plan, the balance of the loan may be forgiven. Paperwork has to be submitted on an annual basis. Failure to do so can disqualify a person for the forgiveness aspect. This is the #1 mistake that most people make. Other key problems with the public student loan forgiveness program include not submitting paperwork promptly following the 10-year activation period, missing payments altogether, and changing jobs. Any or all of these can disqualify a potential applicant. Teacher student loan forgiveness dangers. There are more dangers associated with these loans because there are more stipulations that have to be met. Teachers must be in their current position for at least 5 years in a Title I school, or where more than 30% of students are classified as Title I. There must also be no default on loans either. However, teachers who work for AmeriCorps at a Title I school do not qualify for this program. The cap on this forgiveness program is $17,500, so any amount in excess of this number means that the borrower is still responsible for the difference. Perkins loans are treated differently under this program. The list of requirements is very long, but up to 100% of the loan may be canceled for those who are able to meet all of the criteria. Income-based repayment forgiveness dangers. A lot more students can qualify for a loan forgiveness program because they have elected to work on an income-based repayment plan, or IBR. This type, along with the PAYE, has student loan debt forgiveness at the conclusion of the payment cycle. But there are still dangers involved, even for those unaware. The biggest issue with these plans is the amount of debt forgiven at the end of the plan is converted into taxable income. Most borrowers are unaware of this particular facet. They're looking at a large tax bill that is likely unaffordable. A loan forgiveness of $20,000, for example, will now be viewed by the IRS as an additional $20,000 of income, meaning an additional $2,000 of taxes. This can put an undue strain on a graduate who is struggling to make the student loan payments as is. Looking at the bigger picture, having a $2,000 bill instead of $20,000 is certainly worth noting. But repayment plans do have their advantages. It just makes sense to know all the facts and dangers surrounding them as well. Thanks for watching.